Have you ever felt like you're holding on so tightly to your thoughts, your plans, your identity, that you can't hear anything beyond the noise? And yet, in a single quiet moment, maybe during a walk, a breakdown, a deep breath, you feel something beyond it all. A presence. It's not your mind. It's not your emotions. It's something deeper. It's your soul. In this video, we'll explore what happens when the mind lets go, and how, in that sacred space, the soul finally has room to speak, to guide, to breathe. Letting go is one of the most misunderstood concepts in the spiritual journey. We're told to surrender, to release control, to get out of our heads. But nobody tells us what that actually looks like, or feels like. The truth is, our minds are designed to survive, not to surrender. Your mind wants certainty. It wants protection. It wants to solve, to defend, to control. And that's not wrong. It's just not the whole story. The mind was never meant to be the master. It was meant to be the servant. The soul is the master, the observer, the vast awareness behind the thoughts. And here's the paradox. The more you try to force the soul to speak, the more it stays silent. The moment you soften your grip and let the mind rest, the soul begins to whisper. Today, I'll walk with you through this process. We'll talk about the nature of the mind, the signs that your soul is trying to reach you, and practices that allow you to surrender, not with fear, but with reverence. Let's begin by looking at what we're holding on to. Your mind is like a brilliant architect. It builds models of reality, beliefs, routines, preferences, plans. It scans the world to predict outcomes, to avoid pain, and protect what it thinks is you. But the mind is also reactive. It fears the unknown. It loops. It clings. It says things like, "What if I fail? I need to know what's next. I will relax when everything is perfect." This is the trap. The mind convinces us that control equals safety. But in truth, control often equals tension, anxiety, and spiritual numbness. The more the mind grips, the more it blocks the flow of life. Imagine clenching your fist around water. The tighter you hold, the more it slips away. Letting go doesn't mean abandoning intelligence. It means recognizing when the mind's brilliance becomes a barrier to deeper truth. Now let's talk about the soul. Unlike the mind, the soul does not rush. It doesn't calculate or cling. It witnesses. The soul is the part of you that feels peace without a reason, knows something is right without needing proof, sees beauty in moments the mind deems unimportant. Have you ever cried at a sunset? Felt divine presence in silence? Forgiven someone before you had a reason? That's the soul. It doesn't shout. It doesn't force. It waits. But to hear the soul, there must be space. The soul speaks in silence, stillness, spaciousness. This is why meditation, nature, creativity, and heartbreak can open all doorways to the soul. They quiet the mind long enough for the deeper self to emerge. So how do you know when the soul has stepped in? Here are a few powerful signs. Inner calm despite outer chaos. You're no longer reacting. You're responding. There's space between stimulus and response. Sudden insight. A knowing that comes not from thinking, but from stillness. It feels like truth landing gently. Synchronicities multiply. You notice meaningful coincidences. Guidance seems to flow into your life naturally. You let go without feeling like you're losing. You don't need to win the argument, hold the grudge, or even to prove yourself. Unexplainable joy or grief. A deep feeling arises, like your soul is remembering something ancient. When these begin to arise, it means the soul is not just whispering, it's leading. Let's talk about how to let go in a way that invites the soul. Here are some powerful soul awakening practices. Number 1, the pause. Several times a day, pause. Not to check your phone, not to think. Just pause. Breathe. Feel. Observe. These micro moments of stillness loosen the mind's grip. Number 2, surrender meditation. Sit. Close your eyes. With each breath out, say inwardly, I release. Let thoughts come and go. Don't follow, don't fight. Sit in the open space between them. Number 3, free writing or voice notes. Ask your soul, what do you want me to know right now? Write whatever comes without editing, or speak aloud into a recorder. You might be surprised what surfaces. Number 4, do nothing. One of the hardest practices. No phone, no agenda, no input. Just be with yourself. Watch the resistance. Stay through it. The soul often arrives after the boredom breaks. And number 5, devotion. Dedicate a daily action to something higher than your mind. Perhaps love, spirit, or presence. Washing dishes becomes a prayer. Walking becomes a ritual. The soul lives in devotion, not distraction. Stillness is not the absence of life. It's the presence of awareness. When the mind quiets, it doesn't mean you're doing nothing. It means you're finally listening. The soul doesn't speak over your thoughts. It waits for the stillness between them. That's when insight strikes. That's when peace arrives without being summoned. The next time you feel lost or overwhelmed, pause. Let the stillness say what words cannot. When the mind lets go, the heart becomes the compass. Your soul speaks through feeling, through warmth, expansion, and resonance. Not every path will make sense to the mind. But if it feels deeply true, that is your guide. The heart knows where the soul wants to go. And when your thoughts get quiet enough, you can finally hear its direction. Follow what brings life. Follow what feels like home. That's the heart leading you back to your soul. Letting go doesn't make you passive. It makes you available. The more the mind softens, the more you become a channel, not a controller. Ideas flow through you. Love moves through you. Presence surrounds you. This is what the mystics meant by surrender. Not disappearing, but becoming available to the infinite. You stop trying to force life, and life starts flowing through you like music. Letting go is not a weakness. It's not laziness. It's not giving up. Letting go is an invitation. An invitation to return to your center, to let go of illusion and come home to what is real, to what has always been real. Your soul doesn't need fixing. It doesn't need perfecting. It just needs space. So the next time the mind screams for control, for certainty, for answers, pause. Ask it gently to rest, and then wait. Wait for the soul to step forward. It will, quietly, powerfully, lovingly. Because when the mind lets go, the soul steps in. If this message resonated with you, share your experience in the comments. What helps you let go of the mind and step into soul presence? And if you're walking the path of awakening, subscribe. There's so much more to explore together. Thank you for watching. Until next time.